Hello everybody, how are you doing on this Tuesday evening? I am out in the shop for just a little while and I want to start off with something special. Last night my wife asked me if on my lunch hour, I've been working from home and sometimes on my lunch hour I'll go out and run a little errand or two, asked me if I would mind popping by the post office because she was expecting something. So no problem, I can take care of that. It's only 5 minutes from the house. So lunch came, hopped in the car, I went up to the post office and the package she wanted was there, which is great. But I got a huge surprise. Was not expecting this. 5 packages came in for me today. Now, 1 or 2 of them I knew were coming, but a couple of them I think are surprises. I didn't know or I wasn't expecting them. But when I went to the P.O. box, and we have a little P.O. box, and I opened it up, all that's in there is a key to box number 27. I go over to box 27, popped it in, opened it, and it was just jam-packed with all of this. So we're going to start off tonight with a quick mail call and see what's in all these awesome packages, and I cannot wait. I haven't opened any of them yet. They're all still sealed. So let's grab the first one. This one's from Kevin Carpenter, and let me take a look at this. This is a piece of white oak burl. Look at that. It's got a little bit of the bark still on it. That is a gorgeous piece of wood. There's a piece of walnut burl. Look at that. That is gorgeous as well. This is onion cherry burl. I have never seen onion cherry burl. That is incredible. Man, that thing weighs a ton too. We've got a little piece of, look at that spalted maple. That thing weighs nothing. It's exactly the opposite of the cherry burl. There's no weight to that. I may have to send that to my buddy DeLalter and have that stabilized. Then there's a couple of other blanks in here, and I do believe he cast these. Take a look at that. Is that not gorgeous? This is called fish scale. I'm assuming that's his name for this blank that he makes. Got another one here. I can't, something nest. I'm sorry, I can't read that. That is really cool. Oh, wasp's nest. Oh, I see. Now check it out. That's a wasp nest cast into resin. Whoa, that is cool. I remember him talking about that. And this is it's aluminum honeycomb cast into resin. It's red, white, and blue. I love it. I need to find a pin, a long pin for this so that I can keep this together and have the red, white, and blue all on the same pin. I don't want to cut that one up. Thank you so much, Kevin. These blanks are amazing. Thank you. I want to be careful when I open these because if there's anything in there that could be damaged, I don't want to damage it. I had to turn the camera off because that was extremely well wrapped. Everything inside the envelope was wrapped in bubble wrap, which was taped up. So instead of having you watch me cut a bunch of bubble wrap open, I went ahead and did it off camera. And I've got it open. I'm going to show it to you in a second. This is awesome. You're going to like this. But this is from a good friend of mine, Eddie Stipe. And I don't know if I should read Eddie's letter on the camera. I will confer with Eddie, and if he is okay with it, I can come back and read it at a later date. But he sent me a very nice letter, and he also sent me some plans. This is for a pin segmenting glue-up jig, and it's looks like 2 or 3. It's 3 pages, and behind, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but behind there, it's all the other stuff that you need to make it. But that is really cool, and I'm gonna have to look into making that. That looks like something that I could definitely use in the shop. But Eddie bought me a little gift, and there's a reason why, and it's all in the note. And I don't know if I should share that right now, but I'm gonna flip you around and show you because this is pretty cool. Check this out. It's got a remote. It changes color. I'm assuming with the remote, which I haven't pulled the plastic sleeve out of yet, it's down there at the bottom, I can pick the color I want or just let it stay in change mode. But you can see it's starting to kind of go now to almost maybe a yellow, or it looks like now it's going into an orange or a pink. Isn't that cool? Eddie, this is like awesome, man. I love this. I'm not going to leave this in the shop. I'm going to take this thing in the house and put it on my desk in the house. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. That's cool, man. I've never seen anything like that. And he said that my buddy Lynn Lacey was making those. So Lynn, I did not know you were making those. Evidently, I'm not following YouTube close enough. I'm going to have to start following, or I'm going to start watching more videos. So that's really cool. Thank you so much, Eddie. I truly appreciate that. Let me get the camera set back up here, and let's open something else. I've got one here from Keith Dietz at Forefront Engineering Solutions. So I'm going to get this open. I'll pause the camera while I open this so you don't have to watch me. Okay, you're not going to believe these blanks. These are awesome. And Keith's company is Wilson Creek Woodworks. Check this out. This is called Earth Magma. Is that not a great combination? That is sick. This one is awesome too. This is aluminum shavings in clear resin. Use silver tubes. That's good. I'm glad you put that on there because I would have stuck a darn brass tube in there. But look at that. That is awesome. This one from Wilson Creek Woodworks is, this one doesn't have a name on it, but check it out. That is so psychedelic. That one needs one of those pins like I did, one of those kits. It was the Monarch that I used on the Woodstock pin. That would go awesome with that blank. That thing is cool. And check this one out. This is walnut shells. Did that have a... Oh, that's called that's called tie-dye blank. I missed the name. This one's called purple with black walnut shells. Check that. That is awesome. These are amazing. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate these. These are so cool. Thank you. This one is from Stephen Froome, and he told me that this was on its way. Check this out. Inside of that envelope, wrapped in brown paper, were 2 first-class boxes. So let me split these apart and get them open. Steve is a very smart man, and I'll tell you why. He literally shipped 2 first-class boxes for less than the cost of a single first-class box. This is a trick I got to remember next time I need to ship something because, you know, shipping can get kind of pricey. But check this out. Here's the first box, and some of the blanks he sent me. The zebra wood. I've got some red heart. I love red heart. Purple heart. A little bit of Bacote. We've got a stick of pink ivory. And then in box number 2, we've got lace wood. And I love that these are all marked. We've got, this is butternut. Butternut is awesome. This is a great wood for carving because of the grain. There's canary wood. This is awesome. This is awesome wood. I take that back. That's yellow heart. I showed that wrong. The sticker came off. That's the yellow heart. And this is the canary wood. What have we got here? Ooh, bloodwood. I haven't turned a bloodwood blank in a long time. Blue pine. I bought this years ago. I bought some blue pine to do an intarsia with. And it's awesome wood, but the blank that I bought is like about 1/2 of an inch thick, or the piece of wood, so it's not great for pins. There's some cedar. Look at the figure in that cedar. Isn't that gorgeous? And that knot is beautiful. Bubinga. Now I love Bubinga, and I have not had Bubinga in the shop. I haven't had it in this shop at all. Last time I had it, I was in my original shop. Ooh, look at that is some beautiful Paduke. Look how dark that is. This is awesome. Stephen, thank you so much. Each and every one of these blanks will get put to great use. I truly appreciate them. Thank you. Check this out from Rick McGregor. Tons of maple, tons of walnut, several other types of wood in there. It's all in his note. This is awesome because these maple and walnut blanks are killer for segmenting. And I've been fiddling with that lately, so I'm excited about using those. Bob, here's a little about the wood I sent you. Maple, walnut, oak. I found the oak with the knots tough to turn, but the results are amazing. There are a few pieces of oak that are from the 1840s. Ooh, I would imagine that's some of these over here on the side. They look a little rougher. I'll bet that's the 1840s oak. It's beautiful. Let's see, where did I leave off at? I have stabilized those with, oh, awesome, they're stabilized. So that means they're gonna hold together really well with cactus juice. I hope you enjoy these. I have loved watching your videos. I have probably about 3,000 blanks still, so not a problem sending these. Please enjoy. Rick McGregor. Thank you, Rick. I truly appreciate these. This is the kind of thing that keeps a guy working in his shop overtime. This is a lot of awesome blanks, and I love this. The maple, this is the good hard maple. This isn't that soft stuff like I got from the furniture factory, so thank you so much. Everybody, thank you. I was extremely blown away. When I opened that mailbox, I was like, oh, I mean, I was like, whoa, and I truly appreciate it. Everything that was sent to me today will get put to good use. You'll see it sometime. I don't know how soon, but at some point in the future, you'll see it. And I will put people's names on it. So as I use the materials, I'll give you guys a shout out in the videos. And just thank you so much. It really touches my heart that you guys are so generous, and I do truly appreciate it. What an awesome mail call. I am working on a couple of other blanks. These are Celtic knots. Those are 40-degree angles on those Celtic knots. And really, I'm just experimenting. My objective is, before I do anything, I want to get good at making these knots. I want to take my time. The other issue is, and this is why I'm just kind of playing, is you'll notice how thick my segments are. I have an 1/8 inch blade, so I've got to use 1/8 inch strips of wood. I want to get online and purchase a 16 inch kerf blade so that I can do smaller kerf cuts. My bandsaw is awesome, but I have thin blades for it, and those blades have a lot of flex in them. So when I attempted to do Celtic knots on the bandsaw, it got a little wavy and it got a little rough looking, and they just didn't turn out real nice. I think for that, I need a thicker blade, like maybe a 1/2 inch or larger width, not width, but depth blade. And I may look into that in the future because the bandsaw would be a great tool to make these on. But for the time being, I think I'm going to try to pick up a 1/16 of an inch blade. I've got a dado set that's all full of 16-inch blades, but I hate to pull a blade out of there and use one blade instead of using the whole set. You know how it goes, and you end up getting separated, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to go online and purchase a 1/16 of an inch blade. And I think I'm going to try to purchase a decent brand. I've got an Amana blade over there that I pull out when I'm doing something really nice and put it on the saw, and it just cuts like hot butter. And you can really tell a difference. The blade I have on here now, every now and then I get little fuzzies. It was probably a $29, $30 blade, so it's not a great blade. So I'm probably going to try to purchase a little better quality one so that I get nice crisp cuts. Yeah, so I'm going to work on that. I don't know how soon, but we're just going to keep playing for now. This is awesome learning with the 1/8 inch stuff. It doesn't really matter what it looks like when you're learning, but I want to get good. You guys remember the Charlie Brown blanks? My glue ups, they were stinky on that, and I got to figure that out because I want to keep making custom blanks, but I want to get good at it. So, but that's what I'm going to work on for a little while tonight, at least until dinner time, and then I'll see what's in store for the rest of the evening. So, let you guys go for a minute, and I'll be back in touch and show you what happens in the shop tonight. Well, I've been turning away here on one of my experiments, and I learned something. Western red cedar is probably not the best wood to use for inserts in a Celtic knot pin. I need to stick with walnut or mahogany or something a little harder because the cedar just basically ripped out. And I know it's the cedar that's the problem because look at that. See that tiny little piece there? That's maple, there's maple, there's maple. As we flip over, all the little maple pieces stuck in there. So that tells me that the issue is with the cedar, and it tells me that I got enough glue on the tube because those little tiny pieces of maple stuck. But this stuff, it started out, the grain was facing this way. So as I was cutting with the grain, not against it, but it was chipping out. It kept pulling plugs out, and then finally it just pulled it all out. So that's the learning experience for me, and that's why I'm out here experimenting. Well, guys, that's about it for me tonight. I'm a little nervous. I've got another blank going. It's a dual Celtic knot, and I'm a little nervous because I started it with the cedar. So I'm not looking for any better results. I'm going to go ahead and finish that one because I did start it. I'll turn it and see what happens. Maybe with less cedar, so, since the walnut is cutting through the cedar, maybe it'll turn a little better. I don't know. But the good news is, hey, this is all a learning experience. I've learned a great deal from this. I've learned what woods not to use for insert in your blanks, but we'll never use that again. We'll save the Western cedar for something else. Most likely, it's awesome for intarsia projects. It smells good. It's beautiful. It's got a great red color. Really gives a lot of accent to an intarsia piece, so I think I'll keep it for that. And we'll use mahoganies, maples, cherries, harder woods for our inserts. But hey, like I said, we're out here experimenting. That's all this is, nothing else. It's to experiment and to learn. We learned a lot today. We made a great blank. We know we can make the blank. These blanks actually were better than the first ones I made. The cuts were better because I found that if I don't put the waste board, the outfeed board on the left side, I get a better cut. And I don't know why, but I get more fuzzies when I do that. I don't understand why. So I left it off. I got pretty clean cuts. I do just a tiny bit of cleanup with a little 180 grit sandpaper. But I was super excited about that. I've gotten really good at cutting my thin strips. I forgot about this, but I've got this thin strip gauge that I bought, cutting gauge that I bought a long time ago. It's got a little ball bearing on there. It locks into this miter slot of your table saw, and you set it 1/8 of an inch off your blade, 1/16 of an inch, however far off the blade you want. You run your wood up against it, bring your fence up against your wood, and it rolls right off the wheel, right into the blade, and there's no binding, and you can cut perfect slices. I'm getting awesome perfect slices every time. So I'm still at the very beginning of this journey, folks, so bear with me. There's going to be a lot more to come, and a lot more ideas. Once we perfect a few of these, they just better and better and more. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you again real soon. Have a great evening.